Now, unless you've been living under a rock, I mean, there's no way we cannot talk about this because after that shooting in Christchurch, New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just have to say that the entire civilized world have good hearts. It's like they send their thoughts and prayers out to the people in New Zealand and the victims, the Islamic victims of this insane person. Um, and I just picked this one article because we need to talk about it. And Facebook is getting this particular story is about Facebook getting flack for having that live video of the shooting because the guy went live on Facebook
Ooh.
during the shooting, and it took and the videos were out there, and they said like Facebook didn't stop it fast enough, and that's basically the gist of this article. I don't want to get too much into this man's crazy ass. I don't even want to mention his name. I don't want to mention his manifesto. But the only thing I will say is that it's fucked up that PewDiePie has to come out and say, I had no part in this.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. Because as soon as, I mean, it's a horrible, horrible crime.
Mm-hmm.
This white supremacist dickhead went in there and just started shooting people, picked the right time, knowing what he could find out about Islam, to know when the most people are going to be there at a religious place.
Right.
It was like, you could say anything you want about any religion, but I find those to be holy ground, like in Highlander. No violence is allowed. It's like even Highlanders respect that. I respect that, and everybody should respect that.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes me so furious about this. And so, but I went off on that rant. The Highlander rant. Okay, where was I? But what is more egregious are the people who are sitting there saying, it's like, well, the reason this happened is Trump. And then Trump says, what'd I do? I haven't even been to New Zealand lately. Yeah. And people are like, because Trump, stuff like this happens. It's like, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. One crazy nutball is not the fault of Donald Trump.
In a foreign country.
Yeah. So and just like PewDiePie is not responsible just because he mentioned him in his manifesto.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Redonkulous.
If the guy watched Clint Eastwood movies, per se, instead of PewDiePie's channel, and he said, going to do it just like Clint Eastwood, would that mean Clint Eastwood was at fault? No.
Well, it's just, you have 90 million subscribers. It's you're a target.
Yeah.
At that point. I mean, I would like to have 90 million subscribers, but then again, I'll have some jackass shooting somebody up in, I don't know, pick a country. Romania.
Okay.
Is that still a country?
Yeah, it's still country.
Okay. Romania, and he's like, I really like the madman lowercase. However, what are they talking like in rain? Are they like Russian? I really like the madman lowercase channel.
It's similar to Russian, but not quite.
This is a crazy fucking world we live in, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm furious about this, and anyone who has a decent heart knows that, this is a horrible crime caused by a very unhinged individual, and knew that because, like, New Zealand's gun laws are so crazy restrictive that nobody was going to be in there.
Right.
That was armed. And so that the number is crazy. They had less, I think it was like 35 murders last year or something like that. And then 49 in one day.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's like, you can say all you want about Islam in other countries, like, say, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and so forth like that. And that, yes, there's a lot of extremist activity. In fact, extremism is almost mainstream in countries like that. But I'm going to tell you something about Islam in places like the United States, England, and places like New Zealand. Right. If you end up in one of those places and you're a Muslim, you probably came there to get away from those fuckers.
Yeah.
All right?
That's fair to say.
I mean, why else would you want to go to New Zealand than to get away from a bunch of people who want to fight over the same strip of land they've been fighting over for thousands of years? I need my charger. My phone charger. Anyway, wow, I went off on a super rant, and wow, we're running out of time.
And the only other reason they would want to go to New Zealand is to see where they filmed The Lord of the Rings.
That's probably the first thing they saw, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Wonderful. Any paper towels over there?
I do not.
Oh, Eric's going to kill me.